What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Dell's Discussions. It's been a little while since I decided to do a Dell's Discussions. This one is going to be a non spoiler review of Bleach 1000 Year Blood War. I kind of wanted to briefly discuss this arc specifically because I think it's one of the most underrated animes out at this point in time, just like it was back in the day. So before we get into it, don't forget to check out all the additional social media down below. And if you like this type of clothing, I just wanted to kind of give a shout out over to my boy who makes his own business out of these. It's called Death by Reps. You guys can go check out the Instagram down below in the description, or you can check it out on Instagram yourself. Just type it in, Death by Reps. I really like it. This is his specific sweater that he was able to sit there and say, "Hey, check it out. What do you think?" I've been wearing it for some time. I have to say, it's very comfortable. It's breathable, and on the inside, it's almost like a really soft cotton. But whenever I'm working out, I gotta say, man, I get a good sweat on. And then the hoodie right here is just big enough to kind. It's not too tight. It's not too loose. It's just perfect. But I really like it. One more time, Death by Reps. I really appreciate him and everything that he's been able to do, and vice versa. He knows that. But I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and don't forget to check out the Discord, where we're always discussing all types of stuff in there. Y'all have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace. So, man, this, I have to say, it's been so many years that I've been actually able to watch Bleach. You know, I just went through the all of the previous seasons and arcs just a couple years back. It takes a little while. Bleach is also one of those ones that I don't mind fillers. I'll watch the fillers in between because in some type of way it's actually connected. Like, it's enjoyable fillers in my opinion. Like, absolutely enjoyable. Oh, that's a nice one. But this one, man, since it's returned, I'm gonna try to not give anything away. I can't 100%, promise it. But what I can say is that, wow, 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 wow. I mean, I've watched some new animes here and there. I've tried to start a couple, but I have to say, it's been well over 3, maybe 4 years since I binge watched an anime. And that says a lot. That says a lot. Now, Bleach was always one of those ones, like, as I kind of feel Bleach back in the day was definitely underrated. Um, I almost feel like it was definitely ahead of its time because I remember that when Bleach first came about, it wasn't popping. It wasn't like one of the big threes that they always discussed, right? But I always felt like it deserved a lot more than what it actually got in the end. Just to confirm, I'm not trying to gain any type of high scores or nothing. Just kind of kill time. Um, but I've always felt like it's definitely been worth a watch. Like, I mean, I'd rewatched it multiple times. I think it's always been one of the top tier animes, in my opinion. Storytelling wise, animation wise, character development, 100% character development. And that's not just with the main, protagonist, Ichigo. That's with other Soul Reapers, right? I mean, I'm going to go off of the fact that the people that are listening to this are people who know what I'm talking about when it comes to Bleach. Like, almost every character that they have created have some type of backstory that just reels you in. And I have to say, with Bleach coming back the way that it did, it is 100% welcomed. Because now I feel like if you're new to Bleach and you start watching 1000 Year War before you actually watch the original Bleach arcs, it's definitely gonna go over your head. But I think I think I think if you know a little bit about Bleach, you'll be fine. I think if you know nothing about Bleach, you're in trouble. You're probably not gonna enjoy it. You'll probably like the visual effects. You'll probably like the characters, but then you will have no emotional connection to them. So then the only way that you're gonna be able to understand is to watch the old Bleach. I think for current fans who have been waiting, it's been on manga, but for the people who didn't read the manga afterwards, I think it's really good that they're bringing it back. Um, I have to say, everybody that they have brought back so far that they could sounds amazing. It's like the team has never left. It's like the team has never left, man. Johnny Young Bosch still plays Ichigo really well, and especially because this arc is more. It's definitely more gruesome than the last, than all the other ones. Shoot, I mean, even if you watch the, even if you go back and try to read the original manga, Bleach in general is very gruesome, but television had to always cut it down all the time. This one, it looks like because they released it the way that they did, they had a little bit more leeway towards everything that was going on. So they were able to say, yeah, we want more blood, we want more gore, you know, we want this, we want that. It was, they did a lot. They did a lot without giving too much away. Without giving too much away, all I can say is that they did a very good job at bringing back these beloved characters. Especially Ichigo, because Johnny Young Bosch has done so many characters now, it's ridiculous. So it was a little bit concerning of him coming back to the franchise, but he pulled it off, man. He pulled it off. He plays this very serious adult Ichigo. He still wants to be able to help those who are in need. Let's just say his powers at this point in time, though, at this point in time in this arc, are so well respected that even the 13 court guard squad, whenever he gets called, it's almost like, oh, did we really have to resort to Ichigo to come? Like he's their trump card, right? Like he's definitely their trump card for sure. Like if shit were to go down, it's like, okay, well, let's bring Ichigo in. But in this case, you know, Ichigo sensed what was going on. He understood the mission, and once all I can say, again, without giving too much away, that I hope this more intrigues you as Ichigo comes through to come and help. Okay, they give all these court guard squads reactions. So you get like Mayuri's, you got like Toshiro's, everybody. They go through everybody. Renji, everybody. And everybody's like, oh wow, like did we really have to call him? Some of them were happy, some of them were excited, some of them were really hyped up. But yeah. Yeah. Amazing. Now the head captain, as we all know, the old guy, right? The old man. He is they really go and show exactly what he can do in this arc. Like he's the head captain for a reason. If you thought you saw was his power in the first sagas, in the first series, oh, you know nothing. You know nothing. His power is absolutely ridiculous. It is made of gods. You guys have to see it for yourself. The music was on point. Now, keep in mind, I have not watched it in Japanese yet, which I'm going to do next. That's going to take a little bit longer for me, specifically because, you know, subtitles, you know how they are. But I'm wanting to know different types of translations to see how much different it is compared to the American version. I watched the American version first, which is in a complete opposite what I used to do. I watched the American version first because I was that hooked. Like 100, I could not put it down. There were moments where you think that somebody that you really like is going to die. And then there's like a huge twist. And there's moments where some of your favorite Soul Reapers will pass away. Now again, it's all it's all surprising. You're just, when it happens, you're just so well connected to these characters. You feel exactly what the fuck they're going through in this type of war. The individuals who are behind it, it was kind of hinted at multiple times throughout the first series. Okay, through all those other seasons. You do have Uryu back. Actually, you have everybody back. The only thing that they haven't shown, and I think it's because of how they present the series, is the family, Ichigo's family. They maybe had showed his father like once or twice, but I will say the reasoning behind all this is because, again, we're not getting filler in these series. If you've ever wanted like your favorite anime to not have filler and you could just weed it out if you wanted to, right, this would be that series. Like, this would be that series where you're gonna sit there and go, oh, okay, this is nothing but story, like from start to finish. And there's 2 seasons. So I was surprised 100%. I was like, wow, they are doing some amazing stuff right here. There were times where I felt like I did want a little bit, just a little bit of filler, just to kind of get my mind to go, what the fuck did I just watch? There are different, we know that there's Fullbringers, there's Arrancars, there's different type, we have Uryu as a Quincy, but there's more people from the past that you thought that were gone, and it just blows your mind. You're like, what? There's a teaser for the 3rd season, and the 3rd season has already teased all these other people that you thought were gone, and it just blows your mind to where they're at, how well they're taking care of this anime. That's the description that I have so far of what I'm feeling, what I've seen, and what you guys should be excited for. Again, I did talk about the music briefly, but just like always, the music in Bleach has always matched with the scene. And this is that. Like, it's crazy how every instrumental that they have just match with what's going on. Whether it's a Bankai, whether it's a death scene, whether it's one of those, hey, you thought I died, psych, an entrance, everything was on point. 10 out of 10. Let me talk to you about the voice acting. It's like I had mentioned before, it's like they never left. It's like the same chemistry are in these conversations. Some of them have grown, so that's why you see some of them not as quirky as they were before, or as serious as they were before. So you can tell as a character, whenever they talk, they've definitely grown, they're matured. Especially Ichigo. Ichigo, out of all of them, has matured in a significant way from the time that you see him to where we're at now. It turns out the 13 Court Guard squad of the Serite is actually the line between a higher power than them as well. Now, they've talked about this before in previous seasons in the first arc, where they've talked about the Soul King, right? They've teased him, and now that concept is now implemented into this arc. Again, this is something that's been ongoing for some time already in the manga. So, let me tell you about these visuals, though. This animation, though, has to be one of the best, not not one of the best, if not the best animation I have seen in a very long time. And it's just on next level shit. Period. I mean, again, when Bleach was ahead of its time back in the day, I have to say that these two seasons right now are ahead of its time right now. And people are sleeping on this show. Period. Point blank. There ain't nothing that you are, if you haven't seen it, if you even haven't finished the rest of Bleach, finish the rest of Bleach, then come over to Thousand Year War because it is something so special. The animation is the cleanest that I have seen. Like, I can't even compare it to anything. Like, that's how good it is. I can't compare it to an anime right now. It's like there's aspects of a 3D animation, but it's slight. It's more almost out of a manga. Like very if you partnered up the scenes probably with the manga, they would be so close. They would be so close. I mean, jeez. They took some time into this animation, and I'm one that's like, oh yeah, that's kind of cool. Like, what's that with Tanjiro? Um, See, I'm not even a huge fan, and I even bought the game, but that specific anime, I thought the animation was on point there. I was like, wow, this is something different. This is something that I haven't seen before. How, the vivid colors, all that good stuff. Not in this one. Not in this one. This one, I mean, it's some. I don't know how to explain it. You have to go watch it and experience it yourself. If I were you, I would definitely put it on the big screen. It's on Hulu, okay? The biggest screen that you got. Okay, if you watch it on your phone like I did, you're gonna get a good experience. But man, if I could go back and rewatch it on my 4K television, mm, done. But it's a masterpiece. It's an absolute masterpiece, and what they're doing with it, how they're bringing characters back, it's just so unique. It's something that hasn't been done in a very long time. I'm glad that they were able to make sure to bring it back the way that they did. We get a lot of Bankais for sure. It's like almost like candy in this show. Okay. Um, there's some next level storytelling in here, and I think those who have not taken the chance to go visit this anime, I don't know what you're waiting for. I don't know what you're waiting for. It's sad enough that Bleach doesn't get enough love as it is. I don't know why. I don't know why people choose to make it sound like Bleach is just mid tier, but I have to say it's not. It's never been like that. People like to fucking downplay Bleach all the time, and I don't know why. Maybe they just don't like the voice actors. Maybe I don't know. But I can say this arc feels exactly how I was when I first watched Bleach from the beginning. From start to finish, it was the anime. I'm still talking about it. Everybody's like, you're still on about it? Yeah, I'm still on about it. I'm that invested in this arc, and I can't wait for season 3 to come out. So if you haven't checked it out before, go check it out. Hulu has it, okay? Bleach 1000 Year Blood War. If you haven't watched Bleach before, go watch the original arc. The fillers are also entertaining. I I recommend to watch the fillers too because sometimes they do connect with the canon stuff. And I think that was their goal too. Like, let's connect some of this filler stuff. That way, once they hear like, oh yeah, Ichigo is doing this, this, and this in the background, this is what they're doing. It kind of brings it closer to the canon, so it kind of keeps you invested. Like, is this a canon episode or is this a filler? It's really good. It's really good. I can't say it otherwise. I can't say it otherwise. I mean, all I can say is Take my word for it. But y'all have a fantastic rest of y'all tonight. And that was my non-spoiler, well, the closest non-spoiler review that I can end doing for Bleach 1000 Year War. Hulu, people, Hulu.